technology before the introduction of modern classrooms, these schools they stood as beacon of knowledge, raising boys and girls who will in turn grow into governors, CEOs, head of states, and global change makers. Good evening, it's 6 p.m. West African time, live in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, and it's Champ O'Clock. Welcome to Champ High School Quiz 2025, our heritage, our legacy. We've traveled to the east, west, north, and south of these great nations in search of schools that have been in existence before Nigeria gained our independence. Did we find them? Of course we did. They competed, and we have 8 finalists ready for this competition. Before we move on proper to the competition, let's take a moment to honor a man whose legacy transcends generations. His name is Reverend Thomas Babington Macaulay. In 1859, a full 101 years before Nigeria gained our independence, this man saw a need, a major need. And what's that? The establishment of the first high school in Nigeria, which is CMS Grammar School. Today, our CMS Grammar School takes its place amongst the 8 historic schools present in this year's Champ High School competition. We do not just celebrate their presence, we applaud their legacy. We have our first episode for today between Queen's School, Ibadan, and CMS Grammar School, Lagos.
On the 6th of June, 1859, Babington Macaulay started an initiative with the financial support from James Davis, Daniel Taiwo, Moses Johnson, and a few others, opening the door for the many generations in Nigeria. What are you doing for posterity? How do you want to be remembered? Champ High School Quiz 2025, our heritage, our legacy.
The higher the building, the deeper the foundation. This is a very important principle that leads to your success in life. Igbobi College has provided me with the principles of honesty, determination, and hard work. And in addition, has provided me with a relationship with a band of brothers over the last 40 years. And the network of which has been extremely invaluable to my success as an architect and an entrepreneur. Say, up I say. What is your foundation?
I'm the senior prefect of CMS Grammar School.
Your fellow students are here?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel about them being in this competition?
Well, I feel so great, I feel so proud, I feel so happy that at least the first secondary school is part of those participating in the high school competition, meaning that they will come out with very great results.
You sound so confident. Where's the confidence coming from?
Confidence is coming because in CMS, we don't just pick people that we trust them, we know their capability, we know their strength, and we know their weakness.
Mr. Shola Olawi, how do you feel being here today?
Yes, I feel excited to be here this evening. And as the name implies, CMS Grammar School, the first school in Nigeria, I'm very confident that we are going to be the number 1 of this competition.
Over time, we've seen that so many students are scared of mathematics. What do you have to say about students scared of mathematics?
To the glory of God, I'm one of the math teachers of the school.
Oh, wow.
And over 20 years, I've taken this subject. The reason why students don't like mathematics because of the way teachers do engage them in the class.
Okay.
Apart from that, the background, most students don't have the background of the subject.
Okay.
And teachers, they are not friendly with the students in the class.
Okay.
And that subject will be very difficult for them.
Okay.
Mathematics is very simple. If they know how to go about it, if they make their students their friends and make their class lively, that is most important.
From the atmosphere, you can already feel it that this is not just a quiz competition. The students are super ready for this knowledge quake. Yes, they are indeed super ready and confident also. And from their look, you can tell that they are not here to play. And so we move on to the arena as we hand over to our quiz master to revive giants one question at a time. Hello, Tommy. Over to you.
On the top, still brightly gleaming, pass on the hopes, the earnest dream. To those who follow close at hand, pass on the thoughts, the skills, the learning, pass on the secrets, inmost yearning, that they may be where we have planned.
Hello and welcome to CHAM High School Quiz. This is a competition for premier high schools in Nigeria. High schools that were founded, created, and established before independence. They come against one another to get the coveted crown of best premier high schools in Nigeria. They walk home with a gold trophy and also 1 million naira laboratory refurbishment grant. The best part, bragging rights to be the best premier high school in Nigeria. This is CHAM High School Quiz, her heritage, her legacy. Let's meet the schools competing against one another in quarterfinals day 1. A round of applause for CMS Grammar School. A round of applause for Queen's School. CHAM High School Quiz will test students based off 6 subject areas, and they are variables, statistics, measurements, history, grammar, and trivial. We have 2 halves in this competition. The first round is the introductory round. In this round, we have 60 questions pulled out of these 6 subject areas. You have 5 seconds to answer your question. You cannot answer your question out of this 5-second window. In this half, the first student to press the buzzer after I read out the question has an opportunity to answer the question. If you get it correctly, you get 10 points for your team. If you fail to answer the question correctly, you get 0 points. And if the second team presses the buzzer within that time, they get an opportunity to answer and get 5 points as bonus. In this half, there are 5 breaks. 1 break after every 10 questions has been read out. These breaks will give your team coordinator the opportunity to confer with the students.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Solve for V in 4U plus V is equal to 13 and U equals to 3.
V equals to 1.
Correct. What is the slope of the line y is equal to 6x plus 5?
6.
Correct. Doubling the radius of a circle increases its area by what factor? Taiwo.
4.
Correct. A square has rotational symmetry of what order?
Let's this first.
Moyosola.
All asymmetric.
That's incorrect. How many lines of symmetry does a square have? Anifa.
4.
Correct. What is the cardinality of B is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Time has expired. What is the HCF of 40, 48, and 60?
What's that? 12.
Moyosola?
10.
No.
Incorrect. If 2x plus 7 equals 11, what is the value of x? Moyosola?
9.
Incorrect. How many diagonals does a pentagon have?
Pentagon. 1, 2.
What is the distance between 2, 3, and 5 and 7?
2, 3.
2 plus 3.
That's 2 minus 5 and 3.
Taiwo?
5 units.
Correct.
5 units. That's good.
How many triangles are formed by drawing all diagonals from one vertex of a heptagon?
Heptagon 6.
Moyosola?
5.
That's correct. Find the distance between the points -2, -3, and 1, 1.
5. Minus 5 and then 0.
Anifa?
Minus 5.
-5. Incorrect. If 7r minus 29 equals 20, find r.
20. That's 5.
Moyosola?
7.
That's correct. If 4x minus y equals 14 and 2y equals 12, find x.
Y is 6. Then this should be 20.
Moyosola?
5.
Correct. The sum of 3x and 2x5 is equals to 20. What is x?
6 over 5 comes.
Moyosola?
3.
Incorrect. What is the absolute value of -9? Moyosola?
9.
Correct. What is the value of m in m plus 4 equals 4m minus 20?
2m equals to 6.
Time has expired. Answer is 8. So, 8v minus 30 equals 18.
Top universities, 48 outstanding STEM undergraduates, 60 esteemed mentors and judges, all for one reason: to change our society using technology.
Over 49.
156. 44.
This is University Dwell 2025 Battle of the Best Brains.
Guests looking like a 10 over 10 plus 10 minus 9. As we take you through the search of the best STEM university champion on University Dwell 2025 Championship.
See, let's how it goes. How they get to battle it out.
200% ready to face this team.
Nothing machine can produce it.
It's about what you say about yourself and not what people say about you, right?
In how many ways can 3 items be chosen from a set of 8?
Intelligence is not a gender.
It's called Portsmouth.
For women, female are highly encouraged to be on the anticipation. We can get back to participation as the students try to avoid precipitation.
Please to be quick on the uptake.
3 fishes in 3. Pearson is to 1.
Stellar performance from Olabisi Onabanjo University.
The name embodies who you are.
Or he is a Goliath.
Your Goliath to prevail today. Yes.
The company's daily profit.
4,999,980.
An alumni of the Great Ife, rooting for Veritas.
Radiation is what?
Sashidate find people around you that will spoil you.
An area that can be enclosed.
225.
2 elements can be 105. 1.
Archimedes. Here, Covenant University against Veritas University.
Third place match, done and dusted.
I'm ready to take over from you right now, you know.
0.216. Can 3 people be arranged?
Covenant University, and we just won finals of each university.
Is University Duel 2025 Championship.
Battle of the best brains.
Solve for t in 5 into bracket t minus 4 close bracket equals 25.
1.
Time has expired. Approximate 8.738 to 1 decimal place. Moyosola.
8.7.
Correct.
Yes.
Solve for g in 4g plus h equals 42 and h equals 30.
That's true.
Demisola. 3. Correct. If h ratio x equals 12 to 15, find x. Moyosola.
15.
Incorrect. What is the HCF of 28 and 42? Hanifa. 7. Incorrect. In a group of 50 students, 30 like math and 25 like English. If 15 like both, how many like only math?
What's 15 minutes? Just select math, right?
Yes. Demisola. 15. 15. Correct.
Oh, good.
Find the HCF of 45, 75, and 90. 5. Moyosola.
15.
Correct. A polygon has 10 sides. How many diagonals does it have? 10. Oreoluwa. 10. Incorrect. I'll take this as your last warning. Queen School.
Wait for them to see your name.
Moyosola.
9.
Incorrect. The answer is 35. The amalgamation of northern and southern Nigeria occurred in which year? Pascal.
1914.
Correct. In what year did Nigeria first host the African Cup of Nations?
Is it not 1940? The British one.
Moyosola.
1988.
Incorrect. Find the midpoint of the segments joining 4, 6, and 8, 10.
Midpoint.
Nobody buzzed in. The answer is 6 and 8.
Oh.
Determine the size of one interior angle in a regular octagon.
Octagon, that's
3
No one buzzed in. The answer is 135 degrees.
Yes.
What is the volume of a pyramid with a square base of side 9 centimeter and a height of 12 centimeter? Moyosola.
108 centimeter square.
Incorrect. The answer is 324 centimeter cube.
Cube.
What is the number of sides of a polygon if its interior angle is 120 degrees?
Is it one of them or all of them?
Time has expired. The answer is 6 sides. Find the area of a trapezium with bases 12 centimeter and 8 centimeter and height 6 centimeters. Taiwo.
60 centimeters square.
Correct. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular pentagon.
Hexagon.
Heptagon. Or pentagon.
That's 360.
No one buzzed in. The answer is 72 degrees.
This was not working.
I don't even know how you get that.
Find the missing angle in a quadrilateral with angles 80 degrees, 95 degrees, and 110 degrees. Gemisola?
120.
Incorrect. The answer is 75 degrees.
This is the answer.
The surface area of a cube with a side length of 12 centimeters is what?
Surface area of a cube. That's times 4. 48.
6.
Hanifa?
48 centimeter cube. 48 centimeter square.
48? Incorrect. The answer is 864 centimeters square.
Oh.
Yeah, 6 years.
Find the area of a kite with diagonals 16 centimeters and 12 centimeters.
8 and 12.
Moyosola?
720 centimeters square.
Incorrect. The answer is 96 centimeters square.
It's kites.
I got it.
It was 96.
Complete the sentence with the correct question tag. You didn't understand the lesson. Dash.
Did you?
Anifa said did you, so she got it correctly.
She gets it.
This is still Cham High School quiz. Her heritage, our legacy. We'll go on a break right now, and when we come back, we'll continue round 1.
Welcome to Smart Challenge 2025, an experience where the application of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in solving daily problems comes to the fore.
And the solutions they proffer should be something that can be commercialized.
Please make some noise for the judges!
Me and my team decided to come together to create a state-of-the-art innovation.
Here is how it works.
The first feature is to just have the front end and the website. We hope to onboard students to use the app.
Your cost might not exactly have been fully computed.
Kudos and congratulations, everyone.
16 teams started the contest. Now we're in for the final 3.
I really want to see the energy tonight.
Today, I'll be introducing to you FemWise, an innovative agri-tech solution.
This solution can still be of use to you.
In short, we are making farming smarter and more far profitable.
Thank you.
I must say that it's given us a bright hope.
How inspired are you listening to young people like yourself speak today?
Overly inspired.
So you're ready ahead.
Keep up with this path. You're all winners.
And the champion for Smart Challenge 2025, Battle of the Best Brains is Bells University!
Hi, let me tell you about my secondary school. I attended St. Anthony's College in Delta State. 3 things that I took away from that school is the concept of emerging and creating. The other thing is something to me that is very important, the presence or the consciousness of God. You could call it facade or whatever, but really, God really reigns in the affairs of life. I also attended Federal School of Arts and Science, Victoria Island in Lagos, where I did my A-levels. Our principal action man, we called him at the time, he encouraged us to dress the way we wanted to be addressed. And that continues to be my guiding principle, even as I navigate as an adult now.
Be different. Make a difference. Sharp High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.
Oh, what a round that was. And if you've been following, you know that this is nothing short of a mental roller coaster. It shows that the students are not here to play, contesting in high voltage. And it also gives credence to the fact that education is a very, very key aspect of a nation. Why should science students not take history as
to start with, I'm a science student, and I don't really see why
what I need history for. I don't really see a reason to do history. And I think most courses that our students do, I think history is usually related with arts courses more than science courses. I don't really see the reason.
Do you think that history should be a compulsory subject?
Yes, ma'am.
Why is that so?
Because as a citizen of a country, you need to know the history of your forefathers. So, like, to keep the history of the country going so that other people will know about what happened in the past.
Do you love mathematics, English, and history?
Mathematics and English, because I don't really offer history.
You don't offer history. So between mathematics and history, which would you say you prefer most?
Maths.
Maths. Why?
Because history does not have a lot to do with my field of study. The course I want to further in university does not have a lot to do with it.
Take water.
I know the argument. I know that's something that don't talk.
Project
Diagrams for counts. Don't X, Y over 2. That's area. I wanted to say it, but somebody said
What is the meaning of that? Are you all right?
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Yes, sir.
Be different. Make a difference. Sharp High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.
Complete the sentence with the correct question tag. The meeting is tomorrow. Demisola.
Sir.
No. Identify the capitalized parts. I want to go home.
Capitalized.
Moyosola.
Aye.
Incorrect phrase. How many local government areas are in Sokoto State? Moyosola.
12.
23.
Let me just note that one.
Fill in the blank. It was given dash envelope. Taiwo.
And.
Correct. Which article is used before singular countable nouns that are mentioned for the first time? Moyosola?
A.
Correct. Fill in the blank with the correct article. She has dash unique idea for the project. Moyosola?
An.
Anifa?
A.
It's A.
Correct.
Good.
Where is Nigeria's defense headquarters located? Moyosola?
Abuja.
Correct. Which state in Nigeria is the Gongola River located?
I don't know. It is over Nigeria.
Moyosola?
Yobe.
Incorrect. Adamawa. Identify the part of speech of the word happy when used to describe human feeling. Taiwo.
Adjective.
Correct.
Like I said, I really feel bad for them because they feel.
I was very happy to hear that St. Gregory's College had qualified for the top 8 out of 30 pre-independent schools for this competition. It shows that the hard work which I learned in school is still being imbibed in the school. It reminds me of my 74-79 set, which were still very strong together, plus the international network of St. Gregory's College alumni. It is a fantastic network that has helped me throughout 40 years in finance, which culminated in me becoming the Deputy Managing Director of First Bank. It's important, lastly, to always imbibe the values which I learned in school, which I'm sure is still there, of integrity, high morals, discipline, and to always remember that we are ambassadors of a very fantastic brand of St. Gregory's College. Upgrades.
Be different. Make a difference. Sharp High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.
Identify the part of speech of the capitalized word in the sentence given. The boy ran quickly to catch the bus.
Part of speech.
Oreoluwa.
Adjective.
Moyosola.
Adverb.
That's correct. What part of speech is the word quickly in the sentence? She runs quickly.
Part of speech.
Moyosola.
Adverb.
That's correct. Which Nigerian footballer plays for the Super Eagles and currently plays for Kano Pillars?
It's not Nwanzu.
Anifa.
Nwanzu Kanu. Nwanzu Kanu.
That's incorrect. Ahmed Musa. The first Nigerian to be appointed as the African Development Bank president is?
Bank president.
No one buzzed in. Akinwumi Adesina. Which Nigerian state is the largest oil producing state?
Delta.
Moyosola.
Delta.
Incorrect. Akwa Ibom. What is the interjection in the following sentence? Alas, we lost the match. Moyosola.
Alas.
That's correct. Identify the preposition in the sentence. They walked along the beach at sunset. Moyosola.
Along.
Correct.
Okay, I agree.
Identify the dependent clause in the sentence below. Although he was late, he still attended the meeting. Oreoluwa.
He still attended the meeting.
Incorrect. Although he was late.
Dependent.
Fill in the blank of the correct article. She bought dash bag from the market.
She bought.
Moyosola.
A.
Correct. Which article is used before a word starting with a vowel sound A or an? Anifa.
An.
Correct.
I thought that was correct.
Complete the sentence with the correct question tag. You are coming with us dash. Moyosola.
Aren't you?
Correct.
Can I answer
That's the end of the introductory round on Champ High School quiz. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Okay, no more on that side.
When we come back from this short break, we'll move over to the next round, specialty round. Do not forget, this is a competition of two halves. 2 rounds, introductory round and specialty round. This is Champ High School quiz. Our heritage, our legacy. Stay with us.
Yes.
My father prioritized the education of his children very greatly. As a result, he ensured that each and every one of us went to the best schools available. I studied at Queen's School Ibadan, where I learned the virtues of hard work, discipline, and community. Riding on the back of these values, I have over the years built a successful career in banking and finance, and today I run my own investment bank.
Be different. Make a difference. Champ High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.
You know, Champ is all about spotlighting schools that has been in existence before Nigeria gained independence. So do you think that legacy plays a role in competitions like this?
Very well. Legacy plays a very pertinent role in this type of competition because it depends on how you pass the legacy to another generation so the tradition continues. So I believe strongly that the legacy plays a very important role.
Thank you so much. Amongst the 3 subjects, maths, grammar, and history, which do you think will be the toughest to crack?
From what I've seen so far, I think history will be the toughest for the student because they have really prepared very well in terms of maths and grammar. But the history, they are really trying to shuffle in
So
between.
how do you think we can bridge that gap?
Yes, that's the legacy you are talking about, because when we talk about history, it's about passing the legacy from one generation, the culture from one generation to another. So our students need to know that it's not just about their mathematics, it's not about their grammar alone. They have to understand the richness, the uniqueness in their culture, in trying to understand what the history has for them, so that when they know it, it will enhance their knowledge, it will enhance their performances, even in the mathematics and grammar. Then they will also be able to pass it on to the next generation after them as it is being passed to them.
Do you think that competitions like this will spark a greater interest in not just the contestants, but students all over the nation?
Of course. I think one of the ways students learn is not just within the four walls of the classroom, but that exposure is needed also. Because we see that most of the times, many of them discover themselves and their real talents when they go out for competitions like this. And one of the things it also helps to do is to instill this confidence in them that they can take on anything when they go out there in society.
So far, so good with what you've watched so far in the competition. What's a particular feed forward that you like to give to us?
Okay, it's just mostly on the part of students that they need to come to that point where they begin to blend subjects together, not just being unique in one aspect. Because we have students that if you ask them, do you like mathematics? They say yes, but other subjects, they are nowhere to be found. But
so there must be a balance.
Yes, the kind of society needs to be students that are balanced in all areas.
In a competition like this, do you think it's important to reward not just speed, but the ability to also answer the questions correctly?
Yes, it is very good to reward the two, because some students are good in one aspect, while others are good in other aspects. So it's very important we consider the two. Very important.
But then that's why it's a competition.
Yes.
We need to find a winner.
Yeah.
If you were to give us one feed forward based on what you've seen so far, what would that be?
For what I've seen so far, the students I've seen that they are trying to get themselves together. At the beginning of the first round, I can see some of them forgetting, and it's like probably they are getting to the studio for the first time. But as the competitions, they were calm, confident, and then answering the questions.
And how about the subjects? Any take on the subjects?
The subject is like my own field, which is mathematics and measurements, statistics and variables. I think they have a very nice question for the students. So and the students themselves, they need to do more when they get back to their various schools, especially in the areas of measurements, where they ask them questions on polygons. So I guess the student needs to do more on that. Then I need to also employ the students to work more on the numbers, how to work with numbers, and they need to do more on that. And their teachers, their team coordinators, they need to work more on that, especially the usual numbers, how to predict numbers, to manipulate numbers. I think they need to work more on that aspect.
Be different. Make a difference. Champ High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.
Welcome back. This is still Champ High School Quiz, our heritage, our legacy, where premier high schools in Nigeria are contest against one another to get the coveted crown as best premier high school in Nigeria, bragging rights, and also go home with the gold trophy and 1 million naira laboratory refurbishment grants. This is Champ High School Quiz. And before the break, we went on the introductory round. Now it's time for the specialty round. In this round, we have 6 categories, and each category has 5 questions. These 5 questions have graduated value points, meaning the first question has 10 points, the second, 15, the third, 20, the fourth, 25, and the fifth, 30 points. In this same round, you have to confer with your teammates before you press the buzzer. You cannot confer with your teammates after you press the buzzer. If you do that, you'll be issued a warning. And after, a red card with benching to the next 4 questions if it happens again in this same round. The team with the lowest scoring marks in the first round will be answering and picking the first category to start with. We are starting with Queen's School, Ibadan. Queen's School, pick a category. History. History. Now, students, listen. If you pick a category, anybody from any school can press the buzzer. If you press the buzzer first and you give me the correct answer, the points of that question will be added to you. But if you give me an incorrect answer, that same point will be deducted from your total points. Do we understand?
Yes.
So, Queen's School Ibadan, you chose history. When was the oldest university established in Nigeria?
When?
I know it was Ibadan.
When? I don't know. I don't know, please don't bother.
Like, do not touch that.
I don't know, that's you.
Bemisola?
1946.
That's incorrect. The answer is 1948, University of Ibadan.
I feel like I...
Pick a category.
Psychology.
Grammar. Grammar.
Wow.
Identify the conjunction in the sentence. She studied hard and passed the exam. Anifa.
And.
Correct. Pick a category.
Another one. Grammar.
Grammar. Grammar.
Okay.
Identify the adjective in the sentence. She wore a beautiful dress to the party. Anifa.
Beautiful.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think this is my biggest chance.
Pick a category.
Grammar.
To pick grammar.
Grammar. Grammar.
Snatches points from them.
Pick out the conjunction in the sentence below. He went out because he was hungry. Pascal.
Because.
Correct.
Yes.
CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos. You're picking a category.
Measurements.
Measurements.
Yeah.
How many diagonals can be drawn in a heptagon?
That's the other time. It's not updated. I'm not sure.
It's most.
That's the other time. It's not 7 now. It's not 7 now. Oh. Okay, 10 side was 35.
14. CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Variables.
Variables.
No. Help us.
The cost of 5 apples is 200. Find the cost of 8 apples.
5 apples, 200.
Moyosola.
1,600.
Incorrect.
Shit.
320 naira.
No.
CMS Grammar School.
Apologize. Variables.
Variables.
Okay.
A shopkeeper marks up a product by 25% and sells it for $5,000. Find the cost price.
Yeah. That's $25,000. That's not very. That's 5,150. 150 minus 5,000 minus 150.
$4,000.
Yeah.
CMS Grammar School. Pick a category.
Trivial.
Trivial. Northern Nigeria encompasses how many states?
Northern Nigeria. I don't know.
Seven.
State. Not 7. Don't press it, please.
19.
What?
CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Measurements.
Measurements.
Next guy, I don't speak again. This is
How many degrees are in each angle of a regular pentagon?
Regular pentagon. That's divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 for me. It's not 120. It's not 20. 220. I could remember. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
108 degrees. CMS Grammar School, Bariga. Pick a category.
Measurements.
Measurements.
Yes.
The height of a triangle with a base of 12 centimeters and an area of 60 centimeters square is?
That's not simple.
How big is it? 13 over 12.
5.
Incorrect. 10 centimeter.
What?
CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Grammar.
Grammar. Choose the verb in the sentence. The baby cried loudly. Bemisola.
Pride. Again. Pride.
Correct. Queen's School, pick a category.
Thank God.
Grammar. Grammar. That is the last question in that category. State the superlative form of happy.
Superlative.
Bemisola.
Happiest.
Correct. Queen school, pick a category.
Statistics.
Statistics.
Okay, guys, we're all in 205.
How many diagonals does an octagon have?
8.
Yeah, we don't get this stuff.
It's not times 2.
Bemisola.
16. 16.
Incorrect.
It is not 16.
20.
Just the math.
Queen school, pick a category.
Variables.
Variables. Variables. The simple interest on $15,000 at 8% per annum is for 4 years is.
It's not year old.
$15,000
Times.
at 4% is what?
0, 0.
At 12.
Times 8. What's 10 times 4? 60.
$4,800.
6 times. I got it. 60 times 8.
Queen school, pick a category.
Measurements.
Measurements.
Oh God, help us. Help us.
If the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 30 centimeters, what is the length of what side? Moyosola.
10 centimeters.
Correct. CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Variables.
Variables. A trader marks up an item by 20% and sells it for 6,000 naira. What was the original price?
Oh, she first lady, 6,000. The year one. Oh, no, 6,000.
Bemisola.
$5,000.
Correct. Queen school, pick a category.
Measurements.
Measurements. That is the last question in measurements. The slant height of a cone is 13 centimeters and the base radius is 5 centimeters. Find its height.
So that's 169 plus 25, 13, 4, 10.
Taiwo.
12.
Correct. CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Statistics.
Statistics.
I'm calling this one.
What is the sum of an interior angles of an octagon?
It's
7 times 1. That's 360 over 8. 40. No. This is 1 over 7 times 18 is what?
1,080 degrees.
Yes.
CMS Grammar School, pick a category.
Statistics.
Statistics.
Okay, it's ready.
A quadrilateral has 3 angles measuring 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and 85 degrees. Find the fourth angle.
Quadrilateral.
That is 170.
171. So that's
Bemisola.
105.
Correct. Queen school, pick a category.
Variables.
Variables. That is the last question.
Express
Express 0.025 as a percentage.
0.25.
That's about 100.
Moyosola.
25 over 1,000.
Incorrect.
Jesus Christ.
2.5%. Queen school, pick a category.
Statistics.
Statistics.
My God, what is that?
If 30% of a pie chart is for sports, what angle does it represent?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get
30% that's 30 over 100 times 360.
Moyosola.
108.
Correct. CMS Grammar School, Bariga. Pick a category.
Statistics.
That is the last question in that category.
Thank you.
What is the sum of the opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral? Anifa.
180.
Correct. Queen school, pick a category.
Trivial.
Of course you pick it.
Trivial.
How
many senators represent each Nigerian state?
What the?
Bemisola.
6.
Incorrect. 3 is the answer.
3.
Pick a category. Queen's school. History.
Okay.
The Central Bank of Nigeria was established in what year?
Yeah. Is it 1947? No. I don't know. I don't.
I'm not taking it.
The answer is 1958. Queen School, pick a category.
Oh,
Trivial.
Allah.
Chocolate are joined in how many states? Chocolate are joined in how many states?
The other time. I don't know.
Just that drawing map of Nigeria.
Is it 12? I don't know.
The answer is 3, and they are Zamfara, Kebbi, and Katsina. Queen School, pick a category. History.
History 20 minutes.
What year did the First Republic collapse?
1966.
Correct. Queen School, pick a category.
History.
History. What year was Northern Nigeria divided into 6 states? What year was Northern Nigeria divided into 6 states?
No, 1950 was when Nigeria was formed. 1896 is when.
The correct answer is 1967. Queen School, pick a category.
History.
History, that is the last question in that category. When was Abuja declared the nation's capital? When was Abuja declared the nation's capital?
The
correct answer is 1991. Trivial is the only category we have at the moment. So Queen School and CMS Grammar School, you all have 2 questions to answer. The Nigerian House of Representatives has how many members? Bemisola?
108.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 360. This is the last question. In the quarterfinals between CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos State, and Queen School, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
No.
How many states make up the north central of Nigeria? Pascal?
7.
Incorrect. The answer is 6. We've come to the end of quarterfinals 1 between CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos State, and Queen School, Ibadan, Oyo State. And right now, only one school will be moving over to the semi-finals of Champ High School Quiz, Her Heritage, Her Legacy. Queen School, Ibadan, Oyo State finished the quarterfinals 1 with 170 points. While CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos State moving over to semi-finals, finished with 225 points.
You know, it's easy to be a judge when you're not on the field. You see footballers on the field playing, and from where you are, you're saying, Lukaku, do this, do that. But no, it's not so easy. So we have here some of the contestants to share their experience with us whilst they were in the arena. How do you feel, Anifa?
I feel defeated, but I feel we've learned a lesson and we are able to recognize our weakness. So next time, we'll be able to prepare more.
Are you willing to share some of the lessons that you've learned?
So one of the lessons I learned is that even if from the start you might be you're already losing from the beginning, still don't lose hope, because you don't know, God is the one taking control of everything. It's not just your might alone. So put God first in everything.
How do you feel qualifying into the semi-final?
Well, I feel that we did very well, except for some particular areas like polygons and angles. But I feel very happy that we were able to qualify, and I thank God for giving us the opportunity.
Because you did prepare well.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so is this something you like to speak to your teachers about when you get back to schools, to lay more emphasis on these topics?
Yes, because honestly, we weren't really sure of any possible answers for them, because they seemed sort of new. So when we get back to school, we'll be able to meet our teachers and discuss with them over those particular areas.
Aside from that, for history and English language, were there any challenges?
Well, yes, that variables? I'm not sure. I think so. Variables, that's the diagonals of polygons.
Measurements.
Yes, okay, yes, measurements, thank you. So mostly that area. And then just Oh yeah, just a little bit of history.
Well, I feel so great seeing my boys qualifying for the next stage.
Seeing the boys qualify, do you think that they really did up to your expectations?
Well, they tried. I was even expecting more than that. But at least coming to know that this is their first experience in the studio, I'm so much sure that they are going to work on it and overcome it.
Did you at any point sense pressure on their parts?
Well, I actually did. Throughout last night, they were actually seriously being drilled on their speed and accuracy and how to be able to meet up with the timing as far as the process is concerned. And seriously, I could tell you that, in fact, the effort is not wasted.
And whilst the competition was going on, was there any other pressure that you noted?
Well, I noticed that sometimes they want to be hasty in giving wrong answer, whereby it may deduct their mark, but I try to tell them to calm down.
But to give us one feed forward as regards the competition in general, what would it be?
Well, one of the suggestions I would give is probably maybe when next we are having something like this, areas of concentration should be given to the students probably a month or two so that we harness more preparation.
If you've ever doubted the relevance of high schools in Nigeria, I'm sure that you're rethinking that because that was intellectual warfare. At its best, the students really did outdo themselves. But you know how it goes, there must be a winner and a loser. And so, moving on to the semi-finals, we have CMS Grammar School, Lagos. And we say goodbye to Queen's School, Ibadan. To watch the next live episode of the Champ High School Quiz 2025, join us tomorrow, 6 p.m. West African time on Africa Magic Channel 154 and on YouTube at The STEM Africa. Until then, make sure you're growing intellectually.
Be different. Make a difference. Champ High School Quiz 2025. Our heritage, our legacy.